Hi, I'm Stephen McTeer with SWOSUathletics.com. Basketball season fast approaching. We're going to take a look at the Lady Bulldogs, and we're here with head coach Kelsey Musick. What a year last year. That was fun. Time to rest on the laurels, right, and just coast into the season. I know you guys have put in a lot of hard work this offseason. Kind of take us through what you had the team doing as far, I guess, everything you could do with NCAA regulations. But what was kind of the theme of this offseason for you guys?
You know, coming into this year, our preseason, we've spent a lot of time conditioning. We get to do some weightlifting, obviously, but we only get 2 hours of basketball, so that limits us with what we get to do with, especially with our newcomers. The great thing is I have a lot of returners, so they kind of know what we expect, what we do, and our standards here. Our theme this year is battle. It's going to be a battle every time we step on the floor. I mean, with the preseason ranking, and we knew everyone would be coming for us, so we have to be prepared on a day-out, day-in basis.
The first practices when you guys have been able to put more than just a couple hours with the ball in, what's been the focus there the last couple weeks?
You know, we initially started preseason with our little bit of time we got with those 2 hours with a lot of offense, because we run a system and it takes a while for our newcomers to learn it. But we spent a lot of time on defense a little bit lately. We want to speed the game up. Obviously, that's what we've been doing, but we want to try to take it to another level this year. So we've spent a lot of time. That's why, like I said, we spent a lot of time conditioning, even though they don't like it. We've spent a lot of time doing that in that preseason to prepare us for those, those battles of a game.
Defensively, you guys are well known for your offense, but defensively, with this group of returners that you've got, what changes have you made there, if any?
I think we've just got to be able to mix it up. We want to be able to obviously we run a lot of man, but people have seen us run different zones. I think the one thing that we should be able to do a little bit better job of is to create a better pace and tempo with our defense, and mix it up. We just can't be we can't just be complacent. We can't just sit back and let people score on us. We've got to really be attacking on the defensive end as well.
You mentioned you want to speed the game up. I don't know how a team that puts up as many points as you guys do speed it up. What's the reason behind that? Is it just the group you have coming back? Is it you think you have a big advantage there? How come you want to speed it up even faster?
Because I think that's hard for other teams to handle. I think it's hard for them to play at that pace consistently like we're used to. I think the biggest thing is we want to score as many points as possible. Granted, we're going to have a few more turnovers because we're going to have more possessions per game. But by the third and fourth quarter, our goal is for everyone else to be tired and for us to still be fresh and ready to turn it up to another level.
Preseason conference standings come out. You guys obviously #1, unanimous. I know that paints a target on your back, and we've talked before how you like that, how you'd rather be here than at the bottom. But expectations-wise for the conference, I mean, how good is the GAC going to be?
I think it's the best it's been in, since I think we joined, honestly. I think this is going to be one of the toughest years overall. I think everyone has returns, a lot of players back, a lot of key players. Obviously, everyone did a lot of recruiting over the summer, but at the end of the day, like you said, we have that preseason ranking, and we do have a target on our back. And so that's why every day, like I said, it's going to be a battle, because yes, we're preseason ranked #1, but at the end of the day, everyone is even better coming back this year, in my opinion.
Expectations for this group. There are probably only a handful of teams that have a realistic chance of making some noise in the NCAA tournament. You guys would be among that group. After last year's loss to Hayes, I mean, what are the expectations for this group? What does this group think they can do this year?
We have extremely high goals. They obviously get left a little bit of a sour taste. I mean, we are right in that game. It could have gone either way. I definitely could honestly say we didn't play our best game when we played Hayes in the national tournament. But at the end of the day, we're still young, and so they got a little bit of a taste. And so they don't want to just make the tournament. They got a taste of it. They want to go win that region, and that's a realistic goal for us. And like I said, we have big goals and big dreams, but that's why we've been battling every day in practice and in preseason, so we can hopefully prepare ourselves for that moment.
Only a few weeks away, November 9th against Emporia State. You don't start things off easy. Emporia is a powerhouse. And what do you like about playing a team like that, and that is as good as they are? What do you like about playing them first?
I think it helps us realize where we're at and then where we need to be. They're a perennial powerhouse. They won a national title, and they know what it takes to win. They're always good. And so I always say, if you want to be the best, you have to play the best. So there's no one else I'd rather play right out the gate.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Here with Hailey Tucker, a reigning GAC Player of the Year and an All-American as well. Hailey, last year was a great year, no question about it. This offseason for you personally, what did you look at from your game last year and you said, this is something that I really need to work on this summer?
You know, me personally, getting stronger. I've always been tall and skinny. You know, I've never had meat on my bones. But you know, Coach has a really good, you know, workout ethic, and her husband's a trainer, and so he trains us. And Jared Jackson at SWOSU, he trains us as well. But in the summer, we kind of lose that, you know, because we don't work out as much. But this summer, I really worked on working out and getting in the gym and just becoming stronger and just trying to become a better overall player.
You know, as you look at last year's season, which was obviously a lot of fun, and that Hayes game at the end of the year, is that still in the back of your mind as you've been preparing for another season?
Oh, every day. You know, we got there. We were, you know, ranked ahead of them in the you know, polls or whatever, but we just got there, and I don't think that our experience helped us a little bit, because I mean, I know Fort Hays is a really good team and everything, but I really feel that we should have been there and that we could have won that game and, you know, and made it further in the tournament. And that's been, like Coach said, a big goal of ours this year is to make it to the tournament. Not only make it to the tournament, but to be a powerhouse in that tournament. So yeah, that game is still in the back of my mind every day, and especially when we practice and everything.
Obviously, you're near the top of the scouting report when teams come in here or you go there. How do you deal with that pressure or that expectation that not only, you know, maybe an opposing team has, maybe the special attention they give to you, but the kind of the weight that your teammates put on you, the kind of the expectations that you are kind of the leader out there?
You know, I've never felt pressure that much. I just kind of take it as a role. I love that that's there. You know, I love that I'm somewhat at the top of the team scouting report. I love it. I'm just a very competitive person. I love to win games, and I want to win every game, and I'm the worst loser in the world. Coach will tell you that. But you know, that's a great compliment also to not only me, but our team, that we're probably, like Coach said this year, that's one of our things, is that we're on everyone else's goal list. Like, they want to beat SWOSU, but we want to go to the championship or the national championship. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's just a very great compliment to our team.
Coach said she wants to speed the tempo up. I know that the style you guys play is a lot of fun, and it's certainly fun to watch. What do you think about moving even faster? Is that something that you're looking forward to?
You know, yeah. All the great teams in our league, or not even our league, in Division II, they're fast. I mean, Ashland, they do a really fast-paced game, and so that's what. We don't really want to mimic that, but we want to just play our game faster, even faster. I mean, because our league, they've seen us play fast, but they haven't seen us play what we're about to show them this year.
I know it's your senior year. You've got a really, really close group of girls that you've been through a lot with. Going through your senior year, is there any other group that you'd rather be a part of this last year?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, we talk about it all the time. We actually had a recruit a couple weeks ago, and we said, you know, like, these girls are my family. Our coaches are our family. I mean, I talk to Coach Musick or Coach Anderson like every day. You know, I can text or call them whenever. It's really cool to see that we've grown so close together, and that half these girls will be in my wedding, you know, like, it's just a really cool thing to have an experience with.
Awesome. Hailey, thank you.
Thank you.
Here now with another senior Bulldog, Hayden Priddy. Hayden, again, last year was such a great year for you guys. And kind of take us through the emotions that you've had this offseason and kind of the motivation that the success of last year's team, GAC championship, NCAA tournament appearance, how much has that motivated you and this group to get even better this year?
I think what motivates me the most is not so much that we won the tournament and that we made the NCAA tournament, but that was we lost in the GAC tournament. Like, we didn't win the GAC tournament, and since I've been a freshman, that hasn't happened. Like, the outright champ won the conference tournament, and the fact that we didn't do that, like, that's something we have to do this year. That just sticks in my brain, was that, yeah, we had awesome success last year, and, like, I'm super proud of that. Like, I'm not taking anything away from that, but just the fact that we did not win the tournament, that's what sticks out in my brain.
Your game from last year, this offseason, what have you worked on?
Just finishing at the rim. My boyfriend, he's pretty big, so I've been trying to get him in the gym with me so I can get it over those tall girls, because I'm not necessarily the tallest on the court ever. And so just trying to get that down and just enjoying every last minute that I have. So.
You know, this conference, obviously being picked first, means that you're going to get everybody's best shot. Do you like being in that position, or would you rather be flying under the radar a little bit?
Oh, I'd rather have someone chasing me than me chasing them. So I would rather have the target on my back. So.
You and Hailey got a lot of even some national coverage last year, and certainly a lot of eyes started turning towards Weatherford. do you feel the weight of the expectations at all, or when you're out on the floor with your family, do all those expectations just go away?
Oh, it just goes away. Like basketball, I've been playing basketball since I was about 4 years old, and so just being on the court, like there's a different feeling when you step on the court. Like yes, the pressure is there, but I honestly don't feel it. I'm just out there playing the game I love. So.
Coach said she wants to speed the tempo up, and that's, I think, probably would be considered nuts for a lot of coaches around. But how do you feel about it? I said this to Hailey. It's got to be fun to play.
It is. It's a lot of fun. When recruits come, I'm like, you will have never played this style of basketball, but it just makes you love the game so much more because it's so different than anything, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun scoring 90 points a game. So.
This group, expectations are obviously high, and they should be, but does this group have that belief that this year could be something really, really special, and special beyond an NCAA tournament or a conference championship? Do you guys have that belief that this year you could do something that maybe hadn't been done before?
I think everyone has that belief, but we're just taking it one game at a time. I mean, we have those big goals, but at the end of the day, you have to beat Emporia first, and then you have to beat Missouri Southern, and then whoever comes next. Like, it's one game at a time.
Conference is obviously really good. Again, you guys have been picked to win the thing unanimously. As you go throughout conference play, what separates the GAC in your mind? How does it prepare you guys for postseason play?
I always tell everyone the MIAA is very post-heavy, the GAC is very guard-heavy, and so we like to play fast. Well, with more guards, that's typically faster play, and so it gets us ready for those teams that maybe aren't so fast, just keeping our speed up and keeping it going. So.
Senior year, this is it. I know that's unfortunate, but as you go throughout the year, is maybe there going to be a time where you look around and maybe try to soak it in a little bit more than maybe you did as a freshman or a sophomore?
Absolutely. I still every day, the thought of me playing my last game of basketball ever, it doesn't even seem real. And I try to, every day, does everyone absolutely love practice every day? No, but it's this is my last year of it. So I try to enjoy it every chance I can.
All right, Hayden, thank you.
Thank you.